All right, what's going on, YouTube? This is BoxingWave. As you can see, the fight just ended. Didn't listen to the post-fight reviews because I gotta head out, gotta run out, and I wanted to do a quick video. Yard just got knocked out. The only issue, the main issue I have with this fight is that I just believe that it should have been stopped in a round prior. I think Kovalev did enough, and Yard was taking way too much punishment. I mean, the guy for the last couple of rounds, he couldn't even hold his guard up to defend himself at this point. Not only was he not throwing anything, I think that one round when he fought back and actually hurt Kovalev and actually stopped him in that round, I think that was the rest. That was all that he had. And after that one round, Yard was done. He was shot. He was done. He was completely done. Shout out to Tim Bradley and Andre Ward. Like I said, it was in the video I did yesterday. I think there was a lot of competitive bias with Andre Ward. I mean, Andre Ward obviously knows what he's talking about. Everything he said was on point. Everything he predicted was on point. And shout out to the two of them because they were given very accurate analysis. It was kind of anti Yard, but what they were saying was, listen, look, this kid, he's probably going to slow down the second half of the fight. He's very bulky, has a lot of muscles, and that's going to play a role later in the fight, and as we're watching the fight, like, you literally see this kid, he can't hold his arms up anymore, and this is what they were saying. So good commentary on their end, even though I know Andre Ward was like, when somebody predicts something and they want to be right. But I just think the fight should have stopped earlier. In the 10th round, Yard was just taking punches. He couldn't defend himself. He couldn't move his head. He was stiff, and he was done. And it is what it is. You guys know I wanted Yard to win, but I also thought that this fight was just too soon. It was too soon. But I believed in him. I believed in this camp. They definitely sold the fight to me with all the sparring videos and all the interviews that they were doing. But Kovalev came in great shape. Even though he's older, he was in great shape. Um, he was behind the scenes all the way through this, training, no videos, no interviews. There was no press conference and there's no promo. But Kovalev was doing his thing. And shout out to Buddy McGirt because he was giving great advice in between rounds. Um, Kovalev solid, and I know it's good to pick up a win at home like that. Um, it would have been, like I said. I think it was a lot of pressure on Kovalev because you don't want to lose at home when you rarely fight home. And I was right about Isaac Chilemba. That was his last fight in Russia, and I don't remember the last fight before that. But you don't want to lose at home to a young kid like that, guy that's only fought 30 times ever. That was, and a guy that's never been anywhere near that late in the fight. You just don't want to lose to a kid like that. And Yard did his thing. Yard almost actually stopped him at one point. So it was very impressive. Yard will be back. Um, he's still early in his career, but now he's made a lot of money. And I want to speak on that too. I also want to talk. Sorry for the sirens, but I also want to speak on Yard and the fact that he even made it to this point to fight Sergey Kovalev. This soon. 18 fights, didn't fight anyone worth even mentioning at all. And he made it to Sergey Kovalev, and he actually almost went to distance with him. Almost went to distance with him and had some success in the fight. But there's a lot of things that was, the defensive flaws. Him in that shoulder roll the whole time. One key thing, and I said in my previous video, what is he going to do? I wasn't sure what he was going to do about Kovalev's jab. Why I thought Yard had a chance is because what if Kovalev slowed down, his conditioning, the body shots, stuff like that is what made me believe Yard had a good chance. But I really didn't have an answer for what, Kovalev's jab. That was a key thing. I think if Kovalev was still Crusher Kovalev, I think this wouldn't have been a very competitive fight. But Kovalev is older and he has to work on being defensive and being cautious and stuff like that. And fighting, having that same energy in the later rounds. And it worked out for him. He had one stumble, almost one slip, but he was able to outwork Yard at the very, very end. And Yarde was shot after that one round where he almost stopped Kovalev. He was shot after that. But I do believe the 10th round, bro, like that fight didn't need to continue. I'm mad at, I'm sitting here and I'm watching it. I'm mad at the referee. I'm mad at his corner. I know these guys want to win. I understand that. You don't want a guy, you don't want to quit and everything like that. But Yarde was done. He wasn't defending himself, and he was getting hit by every punch that was thrown at him. At that point, the guy's face is starting to get swollen. Stop the fight. You know what I'm saying? It's like, listen, you guys, the fact that you guys even made it to this point and got paid this high so early, I mean, there's elite fighters out here that are not getting paid what Yarde got paid for this fight. So don't worry about an embarrassment. It's about, we have fighters dying left and right in the ring. That fight should have been stopped in the 10th round. Absolutely in the 10th round. It should have never went past the 10th round. He took way too much punishment. And if he didn't fall down, he was going to take even more punishment. So I didn't like that. Maybe I'm just being, I don't know, maybe I'm being weird and shit because of the recent deaths and everything. But I've been watching fights like that now ever since. So we've always had deaths in boxing and everything, but I don't know. Recently, I just been like, yo, stop the fight. Just stop the fight. Anyway, all right, so that's my thoughts on the fight. Maybe I'll make another video following up with the comments you guys gotta leave and everything. But still, very good fight. Shout out to Anthony Yarde. Nothing to be ashamed of, man. You fought an elite fighter, a former pound for pound fighter, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. And shout out to Kovalev for picking up that win back at home. Even though I wanted Yarde to win, me personally, it was just too soon. All right, too soon. All right, peace.